Alright, so these are the answer key to your breakout group activity, but in a lot more detail. As I mentioned, you can find answers and explanation right here. But if you're stuck on something, let me help you with this video. So what you're doing here is you're replacing whichever is in red, the quantities, with en. Like we've seen, this is exactly what it does. It replaces quantity. But with that particular example here, let's just start with that. Tu bois un café par jour. So you drink a coffee per day. You drink one per day. Notice here that the un is replacing coffee, but then you're adding the un to make sure that your reader or whoever's listening to you knows that you're talking specifically about one coffee. Okay, so this is something that you'll see again and again. For instance, if you have something like tu manges une pomme, remember that en replaces article indéfini, right? Remember article indéfini is your un, une, des, but it will look a bit different if you want to be specific, right? So it will be something like this. Tu en manges une, right? You eat one, right? What? Apple. But in cases like this, where you don't have an article indéfini, you have article partitif, so your de, du, de, la, des, etc. Do you want some bread? It would be tu en veux, right? Notice here that I'm not saying slices of bread or whatever, I'm just saying some bread. So the du pain will be replaced by en, and it goes before the conjugated verb. Philippe mange les céréales au petit déjeuner. Philippe eats cereal or some cereal for breakfast. Again, you're not counting the cereal, you're just saying some cereal. So if you want to replace that, en mange goes before the verb au petit déj. Combien de langues parlez-vous? So how many languages do you speak? You want to replace en. Where does it go before the verb? Combien en parlez-vous? And notice here this is not imperatif, right? Because it's not giving an order. It's basically just inversion when it comes to asking questions. Don't remember if you do that in 101, but it's gonna come at some point. Okay, moving on to the next question. Eric et sa femme ne veulent pas d'enfants. This one is negation. That's why you have the apostrophe here, because it's going from affirmative. So if this was a affirmation, it would be ils veulent des enfants. Remember this from lesson 1. Because you're changing this to affirmative to negative, you're adding the ne in front of the verb, the pas, and the des goes right before, or it changes to de. And in this case, because of the vowel, you need the D apostrophe. Alright, so because you want to stop repeating enfant, right, you would say il. Remember with negative, you start with the ne, followed by the pas, right, because we don't want double vowels. Non veulent pas. And the non here replaces enfant. Il faut 1 kilo de farine pour préparer cette recette. Okay. Again, here you're replacing farine. You still want to keep the 1 kilo to make it very obvious, right? Il en faut, remember faut is the conjugated terms of vowel. Il en faut 1 kilo, falloir, sorry. Il en faut 1 kilo pour préparer cette recette. Okay. And notice here again, I need to be specific, right? Or else if I didn't have kilo, il en faut pour préparer cette recette, I would just assume that you're talking about you only need flour to make this recipe. Je n'ai pas de questions. That's another négation, just like this particular one. Okay. So it would be je n'en ai pas. Right? Goes before your verb there. Mon fils ne mange pas de brocolis. Another negation. Mon fils mange des brocolis, some broccolis. Mon fils ne mange pas de brocolis. So if I wanted to change this, it goes right there. Okay. Mon fils n'en mange pas. Ma mère n'a pas eu de chance. Okay. If I wanted to change this, just for the sake of this video, a de la chance, right? For affirmation. But because this is giving it into the negation, remember that this then will change into de, which is what we see there. Okay, so if I didn't want to replace, or if I didn't want to repeat myself, then it'll be non, n'a pas eu. Okay. Mon chat a mangé 2 souris hier soir. Okay, still, this right here we have passé composé. Remember, passé composé, if you have it, does not want to be separated if it's in affirmation. So it'd be mon chat en a mangé 2 hier soir. Okay, my cat ate 2 last night. So we still know now that it ate 2, right? Specifically. All right, so hopefully that was helpful. Please feel free to email me and let me know if you need more clarification when it comes to en. But for now, bonne soirée et à la prochaine.